Good morning. So we are going to do a quick review today because we're going to kind of scoot on past all of these physical properties pretty soon. Tomorrow you will be taking a couple of really short quizzes. I don't want you to stress about them or feel like it's about to be like, oh, another test. These are super short, like 10 questions. And it's just so that we can check it off the list. We've done it and we are moving on because I feel like you guys have a pretty solid understanding of the physical properties that we've been talking about. And so we are going to hopefully keep moving. So I'm just going to kind of quickly run through all of the different things that you might see tomorrow and just kind of like refresh you on the different vocabulary that, excuse me, that you may have not seen in a couple of weeks. So we know that matter is everything, and that matter can come in three main states. You have solid, liquid, and gas. Those would be the states of matter. And some examples of solids would be ice cubes, chocolate, yum, and paper clips. All of those things could be solids or are solids. Some examples of liquids would be iced coffee is my favorite. You have water, juices, all types of liquids, and then gases would or are oxygen, helium. All of those things would fall under the gas label. My mind went blank. Someone walked by. Anyway, so those are the three physical states that matter can come in. And we describe types of matter using our physical properties. So physical properties can be any type of observation, anything that you can test, or anything that you are able to use to describe or give characteristics of a type of matter. So that could be anything you do with your five senses. So it feels this way, it smells this way, it looks this way, it sounds this way. What am I missing? Taste this way. All of those things are physical properties, as well as density. So if something sinks or floats in water, that is a physical property. Its mass is a physical property. Temperature, magnetism, all of those things fall under physical properties. So how we describe those types of matter. And just to kind of circle back, mass, we use a triple beam balance to measure mass, and that is how much matter is in an object. So how densely packed in there all of those little molecules are, that is its mass. Relative density is when we use water and we compare something's density or to water. So we would drop it in water. If it floats, it's less dense. If it sinks, it's more dense. Temperature is how hot or cold something is. We would use a thermometer to do that. The higher the number, the hotter it is. So the higher the temperature, the hotter it is. The lower it is, the cooler it is. Magnetism, we use a magnet, which you guys know that because you're brilliant. Volume is how much space something takes up, and we use a graduated cylinder in science to measure volume. Remember when we use displacement? So we would measure the volume of water. We drop our item in, and however much the level of the water rises, or how much more volume that is volume. Let's see, all of those things. Okay, so let's talk about mixtures and solutions. Whenever you combine different substances together, they either form a mixture or a solution. Some examples of mixtures would be trail mix, or mixing sand and water together. Anything where you mix it together and it keeps its physical properties and it's fairly easy to separate them, that would be a mixture. A solution is when you mix two different things together or several different things together and they lose some of their physical properties or they change a little bit, and then they're also very hard to separate. So it goes from two different things to one new thing. That would be a solution. Let's see here. I think you'll have a pretty good handle on that. Next, we talked about solubility. We talked about if something is able to dissolve in a liquid, then it is soluble. If not, then it's not soluble. Some examples of soluble types of matter would be Kool-Aid and sugar and salt. All of those things dissolve when you put them in water. Some things that are not soluble that we've talked about would be sand or pepper or cinnamon. And if you guys will remember to last year when we did different labs, some things will just sink to the bottom, some of them will float on the top, but they don't mix in with the water. And so that's kind of like what solubility is. And that's good to keep in mind whenever you are thinking about whether something is a solution or a mixture. If the things or if the items aren't soluble, then it's going to make a mixture instead of a solution because it's not actually dissolving. Other than that, I think you guys are pretty set. If you have any questions, just let me know. The review that is attached below the video will be super helpful with just kind of like putting all of these things into practice and getting you ready for tomorrow. Like I said, I don't want you to stress about it because it's not going to be hard because you guys are super prepared. If you have any questions about any of these things, please let me know and I would love to help you. You'll have a wonderful day.